But of course, the other big cue that the market will be watching out for today is Reliance Industries, due to release its second quarter numbers later today. Sonia is standing by with the key expectations.
Well, it's expected to be a weak showing from Reliance in the quarter gone by. In fact, it's reflected in the stock as well. Take a look at the stock movement. It's down 13% from the highs that we saw in the month of April. That's primarily because of the weakness in the oil to chemicals segment. And that's the key expectation this time around. The oil to chemicals segment will be under quite a bit of pressure, followed by a big decline in the refining margins and sustained weakness for the petchem business. But all of this will be compensated by strong growth in the consumer-facing businesses, both in retail as well as in Jio. Let me take you through the key numbers this time around. Now, on a sequential basis, although the revenues will rise by about 5% to 2.3 lakh crores, the problem really arises in the EBITDA performance. A 14% downtick on a quarter-on-quarter basis is what we're expecting, while the margins as well will fall to 14% versus 17.5% last quarter, and the profits could see a dip of around 12.5% as well. That's primarily because of the lower oil to chemicals segment performance this time around. There's been a sharp decline in refining margins. In fact, Nomura put out a note where they say that the gross refining margins could fall to $11 a barrel compared to $18 in Q1 of FY23 as well as $12.8 in Q4 of FY22. Now, the windfall fuel export tax and lower product cracks will also be hitting the earnings this time around. And in the petchem segment, as we know, there's been weak demand since the start of the year, and that has hit the earnings performance. However, on the flip side, the consumer-facing businesses have done quite well. In fact, the Jio business will see an improvement in its revenues as well as in its EBITDA performance. The revenue growth will be about 22.5% on a year-on-year basis, and this is the third consecutive quarter that they're sustaining revenue growth above 20% year-on-year. Not just that, the EBITDA will rise quarter-on-quarter as well, and there is an expectation that the average revenue per user for Jio will improve to around 180 rupees versus 175.7 same time last quarter. In fact, the retail business as well has been on a very strong footing, and now together the share of the consumer business in the segment EBITDA has risen to 49%. So to summarize it, oil to chemicals will be weak, but the consumer facing businesses will do well this time.